Hi, it's day 9 of the series, and yeah, it's all yellow because it's Brihaspati, which is Thursday. And I happen to have this one thing, like, I have been seeing this on this trend where you just have to not say anything for the 10 minutes, or like the thoughts on meditation. So here's what I found. I really loved journaling for a while, but I think these days I don't even wanna lift a pen. I don't know what's happening, but it's just literally like that. I just don't want to read. I just don't want to talk or whatever. I think it's not just because I don't know how, or I just have lost the control. Because I yesterday I had this one talk with my sister, and I realized how much I miss having this human interaction, or like talking my thoughts out loud. But I think the most out loud thoughts we have is basically when you are not actually trying to make a conversation, which is like inside. Okay, so I happen to do this one thing, which is like, you see these flowers, those white ones, these ones. Okay, so I happen to have them plucked and make a garland, which is like a mala, so that we could offer it to Shivji, because mom could not physically go to, like, the temple, so we are doing it at the house. But that's not the story. The real story is that I really think it's very therapeutic. I think oftentimes when I was engraving the first one or the second one, I was making it because the first time the process of वो सुई में जो धागा लगाने वाला होता है, I could not understand how to translate it in English, but you see this version that it's really tough. Okay, and while in that process of toughness, you get slight hint of, oh, I achieved something when you just put it in one shot. Okay, and second thing is that no matter what, I ended up just having this one conversation, which was like, I was just telling, I don't know what happened. I just was inculcating this one habit, like, it's so tough. I was just reminded, and I think that's why I understand why it's very essential to actually have to sit with your thoughts for a while, not to walk, not to write, but just sit, like literally just sit, not to write it, but just sit, like how fast your mind just goes. And how many times I could not bet you, but 90% of the thoughts which I have, it's really relatable to what others have done to me, or where I have lacked, or where I had not a good experience. So only one thing I want you to take away is that sometimes sit with your own thoughts.